All right, welcome to episode 97 of Flag to Flag Media Live. We got another great show lined up tonight. We got all kinds of stuff to go over. Look at these boys. I even got printouts tonight. What do you think about that?
Fancy.
Yeah.
I had to do this for JT. JT gets a little behind. Sometimes.
Zach wore a polo.
Yeah, Zach wore polo tonight. Zach's getting serious about this.
Had a job interview before here. Another
Too bad that's not what it was for. Though,
different
right?
podcast. Yeah, different podcast. They called me and said, "We want to put you on our payroll."
Whatever. You guys ain't ever going to find more pay than what you're getting right here. So I don't know what to tell you.
Free for nothing, right?
Yeah, exactly. We're going to go over which was originally at the bottom of the screen. You'll see it says Northern All Stars doubleheader. Bloomington has canceled for tomorrow night. So it's just going to be a one race weekend at Brownstown Speedway for the Hoosier Dirt Classic. We'll go over that. We're going to go over the last 2 week results at Brownstown. We're going to do probably a little bit of Show Me 100 talk. We're going to do other racing topics. There's a lot of bonuses now up for grabs for Brownstown Saturday night. Yeah, we got a lot to talk about, boys. So let's go ahead and let's start with results from Brownstown for the last 2 weeks. First and foremost, as a podcast host, I want to congratulate Mr. Stalker as a co-host on his win on 517. So congratulations on your win. I know you were chomping at the bit and being pretty hard on yourself. So I'm glad you got the first one out of the way.
Yeah. I was honestly surprised it came as quick as it did. I was expecting to maybe have to stay in there a few more years in order to get it, but
right.
Yeah, everything just lined up perfect, and it was a good night.
Yeah, it was.
Good night.
It was fast, looked smooth. So congratulations on your win.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Thanks.
Good job, Zach.
Thank
It's also Stetson's first trip to Victory Lane.
It was.
It was. Yeah.
Stetson,
Big night.
I don't know if he knew what to think about the whole deal, but
Did he even understand what was going on? Did you guys talk about it after the race?
Yeah, he
was over?
said, "Good job, Dad. I'm
Did
proud
he?
of you."
Okay, good.
That's all he told me.
That's the main thing.
It was good.
Tyler Kane was second. Skylar Lewis was third. Connor Mertens was fourth, and Ron Moon was fifth. Super Stocks, Zach Sasser picked up the win. Greg Amick was second. Isaiah Sasser was third. Colton Sullivan fourth. Jeremy Hilton fifth. In the Pure Stocks, Preston Carr picked up the win. AJ Wilson was second. Our very own JT Huffman was third. Mickey Hines was fourth. Keaton Strebel was fifth. We'll give JT a round of applause. Good job, JT.
Good job, JT.
Second loser.
First loser, actually.
Peyton had another. That was Peyton had another bad
second
night.
Loser the first night. First loser the second.
Yeah,
Bad.
Peyton had another bad night. But here's what we're going to do. We're going to look past the 517 results because when we get to the 524 results, you had a much better night. So we're going to skip these results for you. Then we'll get to the other ones. Okay.
Totally fine.
Hornet feature, Preston Wrighthouse picked up the win. Marshall Claycamp was second. Max Claycamp was third. Connor Garrison fourth. Jeremy Shimwell fifth. Crown Vics, Matt Cranmer picked up the win. Todd Kane was second. Matthew Wesson was third. Wayne Schaff was fourth. And Troy Clark was fifth. So congratulations to all the top five. Usually we go for top 10, but we got 2 weeks worth of stuff to go through. So we're just doing the top five this week. So congratulations for the 517 results. Top five in each class. I will say this too while we're talking about results and stuff. Tonight we're going to be revealing, I forgot to mention this at the beginning of the show, we're going to be revealing the top five power ranking in each class. How this is going to work is JT brainstormed up the top five that he thought was in the top five in each class. They are not in any certain order. They are just the top five cars in each class. Correct, JT?
Yeah, I did it like
I want to make sure that
if I was going to pick a roster for a team, I picked the five that you want.
Yeah. Okay.
Or the five you don't want in your heat race, basically.
Yes. And we'll go over that here in a little bit. But let's talk about the 524 results. Now, speaking of 524 results, Peyton Walker had a lot better night in the pure stock class. However, Zach Stalker did not have a very good night.
That sucked.
Yeah. So crates, Skylar Lewis picked up the win. Tyler Kane was second. Patrick Shoemaker was third. Brett McMillan was fourth. Caleb Schreier was fifth. Now let's go ahead and let's talk about this a little bit, Zach, since you're on the show. What happened? So it was a bad racing deal.
Oh yeah, there was nobody to blame But myself, I mean, I was just there, wrong place, wrong time.
Now, I don't want to blame anybody. I'm not asking, like, here's what I want to know because we're buddies. I need to know. Did anybody on the receivers say anything? Do you remember anything coming through your headset when you was coming down the front stretch?
We got to
Where was you at when you was like, oh crap?
going into the corner. And honestly, I think they said yellow, yellow, yellow on the front stretch, like towards the end of the front stretch.
But you didn't know where.
I
You
didn't
just
know
knew
where.
Yellow, yellow, yellow.
No, and the race controls got to get better on that because that's the second.
And not blaming them. It's something that just needs to be improved on. It's not
right.
Like I said,
It's just slow. Should I have been looking ahead? Yeah, and I seen where the guy was spinning, but I was tucked up underneath the lap car.
Right.
And the guy should have missed the guy that spun, but things happen. Maybe he was in full rotation and couldn't get it chalked up in time. But when he hit that guy that was sitting still, I mean, I had nowhere to go, and it was all just a matter of timing. And my timing was not good.
Here's why I bring this up, and then that's kind of why I chuckled a little bit and said we're friends. So I didn't go to Zach. I watched it on Dirt to Media, and as you're going down the front stretch, I'm like, slow down, Zach. Slow down, Zach. Slow down, Zach. And then you just went in turn one.
Yeah.
And it was over. So
yeah.
And then my buddy Byron Ray texts me and he goes, did Zach ever let off of it? I said, I don't think Zach ever let off of it. So
I didn't know. I mean,
and that's what I'm saying. Like just all that together, just where you were at on the track when you figured out that the caution was in turn one.
Yeah.
It was too late for you to do anything about that.
Yeah. I mean, I was already committed. And like I said, it was just kind of a racing deal, but man, we was going to win that one.
Yeah. You're fast.
Fast. We were definitely good that night.
Yeah.
And it sucks, but it's just part of racing.
Right.
I guess that's why they don't call it winning.
Exactly. So congratulations to those top five, because like I said, Crate's always put on a good show. Super Stocks, Greg Amy picked up the win. Isaiah Sasser was second. Jeremy Hilton was third. Trey Chastain was fourth. Zach Sasser was fifth. Blake Hall in the Pure Stocks picked up the win. JT Huffman was second. So back to first
loser.
Yeah. Josh Turner was third. Dalton Fleener was fourth. AJ Wilson was fifth. But it's still overall, it was a good race in the Pure Stock class, I thought. And where did you end up finishing at, Peyton?
13th.
13th. Now but that is your first finish this year, though, right?
Yeah.
No issues. No.
Well, we rolled out for the feature, and when we took off going turn one, there was a caution before we got to the flag stand. Of course, there was 37 in the race.
Right.
We come back around to line back up, and I went to push the brake down. And
brake issue. I remember
had
you
lost
saying
brakes.
Okay.
Yeah.
But still, overall, a lot better night than what you've been having throughout the year.
For sure.
So, looked really good in the heat race.
Yeah.
We're getting better.
Yeah. And that's the main thing.
No.
Hornets, Curtis Rosia picked up the win. Shannon Walp was second. Marshall Claycamp third. Jeremy Shimwell fourth. And James Simmons fifth. Crown Vics, Todd Kane picked up the win. Matthew Weston was second. Aaron C. was third. Matt Cranmer was fourth. And Ryan Woods was fifth. So congratulations to all top fives for the May 24th results. So, yeah. Okay, we got some comments. Let's David says, hey, young man. Herb Asbury says, watching. What's going on, Christy? Aaron says, what's up, fellas? Question, which class fields the most cars week in and week out at Brownstown? Pure Stocks.
Yeah, that's what I was going to say, not
Pure Stocks.
This year, Pure Stocks.
Yeah. Last year was Crown Vics, wasn't it?
Last year was
probably,
Crown Vics, But the thing about the Crown Vics, and I don't think it's anything towards Brownstown. They're just racing so much everywhere now that I think there's a lot of traveling going on, in my opinion. What's going on, Kenny? Oh, Oakie's here tonight. He must have realized the time change and the time difference in Central Time he's on board now. Glad to see you back, William. What's up with tearing a young man's rear quarter panel off his car once the race is over? 2 out of the last 4 weeks for $300.
Oh, is he talking to me?
I don't know who he's talking about.
Well, I haven't tore it up after the race at all, first off, but
I don't know.
I'll tell you. So we had
hold on. Let's make sure that he's talking about you.
Yeah,
I'm not sure.
He is?
Oh.
That's what he's talking about.
Oh, okay.
Okay.
JT's looking pretty sporty recently. Does
I've
that get his
never
car ready.
I've never tore a quarter panel up after a race. First off, I will say that. Blake did come to my pit Saturday, and I did get a little heated with I felt like he came over with an attitude. I gave an attitude back. I shouldn't have done that. I don't know that he even meant to. He may not even meant to sound like that. We should have had a conversation, but I was heated after that. But so I mean, I'm calling it racing, but really he's sliding up, and I'm already there 2 of the 3 times.
Yeah.
So,
but it goes. I mean, a lot of this. I mean,
right. But
obviously you can.
I'm gonna tell you now, if you guys are wanting me to lift for him to slide up,
that ain't gonna happen.
you're sadly mistaken.
Yeah, but the thing about it is, I called this at the beginning of the year. If you take a class like the pure stocks, in any class that, I mean, even honestly, the super stocks are starting to get to this point too. But any class that's competitive, and there's 8 or 10 cars that can win every week.
Right.
I mean, racing is going to be racing, and that's just how I feel about it. So,
and I don't have any hard feelings for him sliding up. He's doing what he's got to do, but I'm not going to lift.
Right.
I don't know what
everybody there is.
Yeah,
there to
I mean,
win. Nobody's there to run second
after the race.
I'm glad that
I understand.
I'm glad that Josh has got a good view on it, because evidently he's seeing it when I don't. I've never hit that car after a race, not one time.
But if it's me, if I want to race, I'm not gonna come over.
Now, one week I
About a
did push
quarter
him in the
panel.
back bumper after the race was over, but I didn't touch his quarter panel. I don't know. So I think he's the guy to beat. I think I'm getting closer. I think if we don't have restarts, I think that if we stay green flag 20 laps, I think I'm the guy to beat.
Right.
But he fires on the starts harder than I can. I haven't been able to figure it out. But anytime we have a green flag run, I can run him back down.
Right.
But Blake's a good race car driver, but I will.
It's a competitive class. I mean, it's racing, in my opinion.
I will figure it out, and I'll get a win. It's coming, but nothing against. I ain't got no hard feelings against Blake even after we had our conversation last week.
Right.
But thanks for your input there.
Anyway. So yeah, I mean, overall, I think the racing has been pretty good at Brownstown overall in all the classes. I think it's, obviously if we can get some dry weather and get to keep the rain out of here, I think we'll be a lot better. But yeah. So you guys have any more takeaways from Brownstown over the last 2 weeks before we move on to other stuff?
The racetrack's been pretty good.
I think it's
a pretty big hole.
Yeah.
There's a big hole in
1 and 2.
1 and 2 last week.
At the top, around the top.
There was one around right at the top, and there was one down at the bottom.
Is there?
Down at
Yeah.
the bottom, it was like he was going through the ocean.
I got you.
If you could hit it sideways, it
Right,
really
it was-
didn't hurt my car. But if I hit it straight, it was bad.
Right.
But I mean, it's been 2-lane racing.
Right.
Yeah.
Josh Turner was burning the bottom up, and I was ripping the lip,
Right.
and we was both running together. So I mean, I like it when it's like that. 2 lanes is fun.
Right.
Mhm.
Yeah, he had a good run Saturday night.
Yeah, he wasn't the only one on the bottom. There's a couple
Yeah.
other guys on the bottom. I mean, I think and it was good racing in the crate. Skylar wasn't on the top really, but Zach was.
Right.
Yeah.
I mean, it
Yeah.
seemed like multi-groove in every class.
Right.
Yeah. And it was smooth up there. But in the heat races, it was more down at the bottom.
I hated to see Colton have issues Saturday night though, because he needed a good run, and I guess from what I understand, or what it just lost power coming out turn 2. Because I mean, I thought it was going to take Greg out of the race because he hit him pretty hard.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
We didn't see it.
Yeah, his the whole front, like the filler panel and stuff, was kind of dead.
What broke on Colton's?
I think the way that talked, he just lost power,
Oh,
and then
did he?
because he once the caution came out and everybody got around him, then he fired back up and took off. So
I hate that I don't get to watch that race.
yeah, it was a
That's
good
one of the best ones to watch.
It was a good one. And then Greg was up, Greg was up on top, ripping the lip.
Where was the Sasser boys
Isaiah.
close?
Isaiah was close there at the end, but it was a pretty good race.
Greg's been on them for the last 2 or 3 weeks, really.
Colton, actually, when he was out front, he was actually setting a good pace. I mean, but like I said, he lost power, and Greg hit him,
And they've got
over.
their car count coming back up.
Yeah, they do.
It's good to see that.
Yeah, that's really good to see. Especially for the Patman coming up.
I think
Too long.
the car count in all classes was pretty decent Saturday night, the way
Yeah.
it looked.
I
I
tell
tell you
two
what-
B mains.
Yeah,
Yeah, there
Hornets
was.
Yeah.
and beer stocks.
All right, so let's move on. Let's talk about the Northern All Stars this coming Saturday night, 2 nights from now, the Hoosier Dirt Classic. So James had posted probably hour or so ago. There's been some changes to the mods for Saturday night. The mods have now been bumped up to 2,000 to win, 200 to start. And also James is throwing in $200 of his own money to each heat race winner for the mods. So kudos to James Essex for doing awesome promoter things.
He's been getting more mods and late models at some of these races.
Yeah.
Is that still points the same on that? I guess.
Yeah, I got them right here. Let's pull them up here.
Sorry, I didn't mean.
No, you're good. I was actually just thinking about it. So here's the mod points. JP Roberts is first, Nick Snell's second, Colin Green's third, Ben Harmon's fourth, and Jordan Weaver's fifth.
So it's changed a little because I think that Colin Green was leading last time I seen him.
So there's only 40-point difference between first and fifth. So
there's only an 8-point difference between first and third.
Yeah.
There's only one Indiana guy. That's Jordan.
And Jordan.
That is crazy, ain't it?
Yeah.
Seeing all the races.
Yeah, so that's mod points. And Tyler McGee is leading the Rookie of the Year standings. So
how does that work? How do they decide what qualifies them for? Because this is right. Maybe I'm looking.
Yeah, I don't know. I'm not sure how they do the modified.
I mean, you can race 100 years in a late model, but until you sign on for Lucas, you can still run for Rookie.
Right. Yeah. So I'm not sure how they do that or what James's criteria of, Rookie of the Year is.
Yeah, that'd be interesting to know. You need to ask him.
Yeah. So late models on the late model side is 10,000 to win, which is pretty cool. Bloomington was going to be 10,000 win too, but from what I understand, there's some really good cars coming. So let's do this. I'm gonna put Zach Stalker on the spot.
Enough. I don't
All
need
right,
no
so
help.
actually Zach Stalker has the late breaking news tonight, not JT, but we had to put JT's face up there because it actually is JT's segment. Zach, what's your late breaking news tonight?
There's a rumor that I heard that Hunt the Front will be there Saturday.
So the number 10 is going to be there.
That's what I hear. That's what I hear.
Now I will say this. I mean, it is a rumor. Now some people might know if you know, comment on here, whatever. But one of the biggest Hunt the Front fans. Does he have a lifetime membership? Do you know?
What?
To Hunt the Front. He's got to have like some kind of like.
Said. I was reading. I wasn't paying attention.
Yeah, that's what I was.
Does he have like a lifetime membership to Hunt the Front?
Oh,
Your rumor source.
Yes. Yeah.
He probably goes down there and eats supper with him, don't he?
I'm going to say he does.
He eats a lot, that's for sure.
Hey, you don't shoot. I think you're bigger than he is, ain't you?
No. No.
But yeah, it's
okay. See, Elizabeth even says that's a pretty solid rumor.
well,
she knows it.
Listen, I will take Elizabeth. I will take her comment.
I don't want to argue with her. I know that.
With the other one. I'll take it over the other one. So.
Okay. Well, I guess it's true.
Yeah.
They're going to be there.
They're going to be there.
And I do know Hudson's going to be there.
Yeah.
I thought it might hurt the car count losing Bloomington, but maybe it won't.
Yeah,
I don't know.
I think so.
See,
because it was 20,000 available then,
total, over the weekend.
LaSalle's running for 20.
Where's
or
that
25.
at?
Huh?
Where's that at?
Illinois, the Mars Series.
Oh, that's not very far, really. Then.
So
They're
that's where
running
all
for
the.
what?
Huh?
They're running for what?
20 or 25.
So you're not going to steal like Bobby or
No,
Herb
they're all
Bab
going
or
to LaSalle.
Fager.
Fager. Yeah, they're all going.
Is that where Tyler Erb is going?
Yes.
Okay.
Yep, he's going to LaSalle. So
That kind of sucks.
yeah, but anyway, I still think the cars that are going to be at Brownstown are going to put on a phenomenal show. That's just my opinion. But
Yeah, I heard Huddy's going to be there too. Well, I seen him post it, so I
Yeah.
guess it's
Oh, he
true.
did post it.
Yeah, he
Okay.
posted it, so that'll be a good one. I think I can't tell you for sure, but I'd say Dalton Wilson will probably be there.
Jameson, I'm sure.
Jameson's got a big car.
The Rice boys, they'll be up
Yeah.
there.
Man, what a bad deal for Jameson at Lawrenceburg. I hated it. I hated
I
to see
did hate
it.
that.
Pretty rough
too.
ride.
I'm glad he's okay.
Yeah, me too.
Yeah, he got lucky. I mean, that all happened so fast too. Was the crazy part.
It didn't even really make sense. I don't know if he hit a hole or what, but it's just it was set good.
Yeah,
It wasn't like he
It
drove
was-
in too hard or nothing.
bam.
He's always been
Who
my
was the
favorite.
winners last week. Wasn't it me and Peyton?
Josh Rice
Yeah,
won.
I know, but I think me and Peyton picked Josh Rice.
I'm
I
pretty
picked Jason
I
Jameson.
picked Josh Rice.
Huh?
I'm pretty sure I picked
I
Josh
think me and
Rice.
Peyton.
Somebody picked Gilpin. He ran second, I think, didn't he?
I think so.
Yeah, he was second. But anyway, I think me and Peyton won.
That's
Well, that's
a
what we'll
tie
go
points
with.
battle too, ain't it?
Well, me and you
Uh, yeah, I think Gilpin's still leading.
Gilpin's leading him still.
Yep,
Is he?
Gilpin's leading. Let's check it out. We got late model points right here. Devin Gilpin's leading. Josh Rice second. Billy Green third. David Webb was fourth. And Seth Daniels was fifth.
He's behind 8 points.
So
Dude, Billy Green has really just been on it.
turned it on,
Ain't
man.
he?
He's leading the rookie of the year points,
That's good to see.
and he's third in overall points. So
He
yeah,
ran modified. He's the one that ran modifies for years too,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah.
And was really good at Florence.
at
right?
Florence.
He was in a rocket, but I heard someone say that he was in a MBR or Mars or MB Custom.
Custom.
Sorry, not
Yeah.
MBR.
I think him and Steve Peden, get him a year under him.
Yeah.
I think watch out.
Yeah.
Them two, because Peden's looked good every
Peden's-
time I've seen him.
I think Pete will be tough at Brownstown too.
Did he get? I guess he got it fixed.
I'm assuming so. I know I'm going to text him tomorrow and find out if he's good.
I think Robbie
Unless
said
he
Tyler Neal's
comments
coming.
tonight.
I think Robbie said Tyler Neal was coming.
Yeah.
So
Yeah, I'm sure he is.
they might get 30 cars. Really?
I
You know,
think
if
they'll
you
get
start
30.
thinking about it.
I think they will.
I'd like to see 30 mods. I don't want to see him qualify 30 mods, but I'd like to see 30 mods.
I know somebody else is going to be there Saturday night too.
I don't know about it.
He's going.
You're going.
I'm going, but I don't know if I have a car.
You're taking the car.
We're gonna take the traction control
Get a
off
roll
and-
back, one tire. It's proved itself. It has proved itself. All
I
right,
thought I
what's
was going
going
to need a
on?
row back
Yeah.
last week.
Logan, so you don't have to predict Friday night's weather. We've already got that summed up. What's your predictions on? Are you serious, Peden? I'm going to text you tomorrow anyway, just because I want to. He says, yes, don't text me tomorrow. That's what the text says. But what's your predictions for Saturday's weather, Logan? I've got a good feeling about it. We're racing Saturday. Can't wait to watch some racing this weekend. Haven't been since the icebreaker.
I think
Wesley, you better get some of
that.
that race fuel and smelling and all that good stuff going on. Josh says, right about that, fellas. Nobody there to finish second. It's all good. No hard feelings either. Heard Hudson O'Neill might be in the house this weekend. Hudson will be there, confirmed.
That'll be good, I think, too.
Yeah.
I think he'll sell a bunch of shirts. He'll make
He'll
it
sell
worth
a ton
it
of
just
shirts.
selling shirts.
Running a dash for late models. But yeah, you are correct, Logan. They are bringing back the dash for cash deal for the late models. So I'm assuming 4 heat race winners will run for a dash.
4
I
laps.
like those. That's usually 4 cars, 4 laps.
I always like
I
that. I
think
like
that
when
would-
they used to do that for the provisional for the Jackson.
Yes.
For the local provisional.
Yep.
I always
Oh,
thought
and the
that was good.
non-winners,
Yeah.
non-winners race. The Crown Vic one we did for that race up there turned out pretty good. The
Yeah.
4 heat race winners, that was a good race.
Yeah.
So
It is something to add to it. Make it a
I
little
think
more
so, too.
special.
Chris said Turb was going to LaSalle. Cole said they should have put me in that empty spot.
All right.
I'm behind.
We're too
so,
far behind. I can't remember now.
Yeah. We'll remember here in a minute. Andrew said Mike Marlar is going to be there. There you go, Zach. If he comes all the way to Brownstown on the road back, that's going to be something else.
It's not going to be a handout to Huddy.
Oh,
I
no,
don't know.
no, by any means. I don't think it will be.
The Paragon what?
No. Tony said, always watch Hunt to Front. Great shows. They're good people. They got it going on. Congratulations, Zach, on your win at Brownstown Speedway a couple weeks ago. I wish I was there to see it.
Thank you, Wesley. It
We'd
was
probably
a
have more
good
mods. We'd probably have more mods if they wasn't running Mississippi Thunder. Yeah, that's pulled a lot of cars down there. But I still think there's a lot of local
I do
regional
know
cars.
This is a fact. I guess this could be late breaking too. That Doc is going to make his return to Brownstown. I'm going to save him a spot.
It's over.
Dalton's going to save him a spot.
It's over.
Yeah, we're going to
Doc's
see.
coming.
We get to see Doc. He's been there in 2 years. He said he wanted to come practice. I was like, nah, he don't need no practice.
Ooh, that is, yeah. That's pretty good evidence right there.
Nobody can see that, so we'll fill you in here in a second, I guess.
It's Hunt to Front.
Oh,
Says
Okay.
Swainsboro's a wash headed to Brownstown, Indiana. Well, come on up, boys. Weather's just fine.
Not right now. It's
Yes.
a little rainy out there.
A little rainy.
Logan's got our weather report.
I think weather's going to be nice Saturday. We got plenty of moisture coming, but it's going to work out and be a great show. So anybody, if something happens Saturday, 100% blame Logan because he just called it right
You know what
there.
you need to do?
Racing Saturday.
Just like you got the JT's little
We need a
screen deal.
weather segment.
You
with
need a
Logan.
weather segment and a picture of Logan. Even though I've never seen the guy and I don't know what he looks like,
I'll just
you need
steal
to
it off
get a picture.
He's at Brownstown every week. Are you going to Brownstown Saturday?
I'll be there, bud.
Let's all get
Will
a
you?
group picture with
100%.
Logan
Group
picture.
Saturday night. Logan, come
I'll
over
be
to our
there.
pit and get a group picture with us for your update.
Hey, I got $10. Says he won't be there.
Man,
I
you
got
gotta
20
come
that says
now.
I will. I got 20 says I will.
Well, that'd almost pay your way in.
Yeah. I will be there, boys. It's going to be a great show. I'm telling you,
I think
the
so.
regional stuff is where it's at right now. I'm sorry, but to me, that's just where it's at. Speaking of Saturday, $30 to get in the front gate, $15 to get in the pits. 11 and under is free at the front gate. Gates open at 3. Driver's registration from 3 p.m. to 5:15 p.m. Driver's meeting at 5:30. Hot laps at 6.
How much?
Racing
How
to
much
begin
did you
after
say to get in? What was the total?
30 to get in the front gate,
So
15 to get in the
45.
pits. Yep. So per the website or per the Facebook post. Ryan Thomas just finished 5th in his heat at Mississippi Thunder. So I think they're taking the top 3, right, Christy? They had 10 heat races.
Golly.
10 heat
Wow.
races.
How many cars?
In each heat race?
No, just total.
Well, there was 10 heats and there was 8 cars in each one. 8 or 9.
Golly.
I think they were pushing 100 cars. So
Wow.
some probably had 9 or 10.
That's 100,000 to win, ain't it?
100,000?
Yeah.
Where's that at?
Mississippi.
No.
Just because
Wisconsin.
no,
Oh, sorry.
yeah, they
Remember
get you.
Mississippi Thunder.
They
Sorry.
get you on that
Yeah, I
crap.
forgot about that.
I don't understand that.
92.
It's,
Wow.
It's where the Mississippi River starts.
Oh, really?
Yep.
MISSISSIPPI.
Look at you go.
You spelled it wrong.
I didn't.
That's a lot of miles.
It's M-I crooked letter, crooked letter.
That's right.
Crooked letter, crooked letter.
So they started racing tonight.
They qualified last night.
What's that on? Is that on Flow?
Flow.
Is that an XR race though, or is that because I know the XR was put?
No, XR didn't put it on.
Okay.
I don't know who's
I
actually
didn't see
putting it
much
on.
out of XR this year.
No.
They
Think,
had
I
a
know
big
Will
Hornet
Greenwell
race,
went.
didn't they?
I think there was a big ordeal where they weren't paying
Yeah.
the money.
Well, they've
supposed
already
to.
had one race this year because Will Greenwell wasn't down there and
Oh,
announced
really?
for him. Yeah.
Okay.
Did they have a big Hornet race?
Supposed to be at Kokomo.
Oh, they had it yet.
Like 100,000
I
or
think
something.
it was supposed to be here soon or whatever, and they
They-
ended up
they
postponing.
postponed
it or
it, yeah.
something.
100,000 though.
I think it's 100,000
That's what
win.
it is.
Wow.
You had to pre-register and get a spot.
Yeah.
Well, that's how that pure stock race was. You had to pay an entry fee and
Yeah.
pre-register. I think.
Yeah. I wasn't out in Iowa.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Weatherman ain't going to be there, boys.
Where's he?
He's
Where's
got a
he?
dance recital for his daughter.
Well, that's okay.
Are you dancing
Priority.
or is she dancing?
I won't say he's dancing and she's watching.
Yeah.
I got a dance recital next weekend. I'm in. It's gonna get
Yeah.
rowdy.
Me
Don't get
too.
rowdy.
Are you coming?
I won't be there, unfortunately. I tell you that. I'll be in Florida. That's when we're leaving for Florida.
You just planned this trip just because that, didn't you?
Oh, yeah. Okay. Yeah.
Miss the
My
dream,
wife planned the trip. And actually, the funny thing about it is I was going to text Peyton because I was sitting at the island the other night eating supper. And I looked up and I didn't even know that Peyton had gave Chancellor the invitation a couple shows ago or whatever. So I'm sitting there looking at it and I said, when did that invitation come in the mail? She goes, it didn't come in the mail. She said, Peyton handed it to me in the show last week or whatever. I said, oh, okay. Didn't even think nothing about it. So I'm sitting there looking at it and it says June 8th on it. 7th. Yeah, 7th. And I'm like, well, it's the
Close.
same, it's the same weekend. And I'm like, well, I asked her, I said, ain't that when we leave for Florida? And she goes, yeah. I'm like, what the hell? So
When do you leave? Sunday?
Saturday.
Oh,
Yeah.
Postpone it half a
So,
day.
yeah. Tell her that.
Where you-
I'm doing,
where you going
all
to
I'm doing
Florida?
is paying Clearwater.
Clearwater.
It's my first time flying. So it's going to be,
Oh, you won't ever drive again.
Yeah.
I'm looking forward to it.
Flying's the
actually.
only way to go.
Like the older I get, like this driving to
Yeah.
Florida just ain't for me. So
Hopefully they got you the big boy seat.
they did. We had to get 3 seatbelt extenders, 10-foot long, 10-foot long
Is it
piece,
straight through? Or you got to lay over.
straight through.
Oh, you're good then, dude. You
Straight
be there
through.
2 hours.
2 hours.
Yeah.
2 hours. That's it.
Yeah.
That ain't bad.
or 14-hour drive.
When we flew in, we landed in Tampa, and it was night, and you could see Tom Brady's rings shining in the light. When the light would hit him, it would like send a shimmer. It was crazy.
What are you talking about?
We landed in Tampa, Tampa, Florida.
The stupidity.
He was outside, and you could see the light hit his rings, and it would seem like a shimmer in the sky. So you got like 20 of them, one for each finger. And toe.
No, well, actually, that's where we'll be down there that week. So speaking of that, after tonight's show, we're actually going to be off for 2 weeks, and then we'll come back on June 19th. Is that what I told you guys today? Did I text you and tell you that?
I don't know.
June
Whatever.
19th.
Yeah.
That's I think that's Don Russ weekend, ain't it?
No, it's the weekend after.
Oh,
her
it's the weekend
wedding.
after.
No, it's the 14th.
Yeah.
Oh,
Don
Don
Russ
The show's,
Russ.
Don
the show's
Russ.
Thursday after.
Yeah.
Well, hell,
Don
next
Russ.
week's a dream if you think. I mean, that's kind of
Yeah.
fast too.
Yeah.
Yep. And we're halfway through the summer. It was
And I've only raced 4 times.
4 times.
For a bunch of stuff.
All right. Anyway, speaking of that,
I don't know what's worse,
Since we're
finishing
halfway-
second or tearing stuff up.
since we're
Finishing
halfway,
second.
yeah,
I promise you.
since we're halfway through the show, stay tuned. We're going to go over sponsors, and when we come back from sponsors, that's what we're going to do. JT, I think it's time. I think it's time.
Late breaking segments.
Yep. We're going to reveal the top 5 power
Top
rankings.
Power 5.
No, top 5 power rankings, not top power 5. Yeah, let's go over
Oh.
sponsors.
Power 5.
Let's go over sponsors. All right, now don't forget these are in no particular order.
Yeah, that's no joke.
T&J Demo to Reno, Dirt Track Outfitters, Kane's Tree Service, Jerry Davis Race Engines, P3 Graphics, Superheat Solutions, Alexander Ranch, Harf, Hoosier Auto Racing Fans, Honeydew Handyman, Midnight Sports Gear, Jason Petmeyer Farm Bureau, TSR Chassis, Jeff Mounts Transmissions, Greens Auto Sales, Burt Stewart Drain and Septic, Potbit, Foam Solutions LLC, Laura Bennett Racing, M2 Designs, King Construction Group, and Simpson Roofing and Exteriors. And don't forget to visit dirttackoutfitters.com for all your latest, greatest flag-to-flag media apparel. We definitely appreciate it. Thanks to all of our sponsors for supporting us and helping us get through the year. So with that
I like his
said,
logo a lot. It's a good logo.
it's a very cool logo. Very cool logo. All right, so let's reveal the top 5 power rankings. Now, like I said before, these are in no particular order.
And I'm going to tell you how unbiased
JT.
it was. There's people on there that I can absolutely not stand, and I still put them on there because they deserve to be.
JT, you're taking over. You're taking over.
Why do I got to take over?
It's your
I don't
list.
even remember. I don't have my phone.
I got it right here.
Forgot it in my car.
There he is. Top 5 power ranking. Flag to flag media.
So there was 3 would have been easy, but these are not in order either. Like you said, these are just the 5. If you're picking a roster, I think these are the 5. There's some guys on there that was really close. Like I kind of Jeremy Helton, like in the super stocks, has done really well the last 2 weeks. You know, looking at results, and Jamie broke a drive shaft. So I mean, there's a lot of factors, but every class was. I thought there would just be 1 or 2 classes that was hard, but they were all hard. Now, the crates, I put Groomer in for now because his heat race was so dominant. I mean, he put a straightaway.
Right, right.
So,
And he had a very good ending to the year last year.
right. So that was just that's just, you know, and this could change week to week, but you know, everybody else on that, I'm pretty comfortable with. I think.
Oh yeah, absolutely.
3 of them got feature wins this year, and I think they might be the top 4 in points. I don't know that.
Yeah.
Maybe. The super stocks, the top 3 in points are on there for sure. There's 3 feature winners on that as well. Colton probably had a good shot at winning.
Colton's got speed. I mean, he showed that Saturday night. It's just misfortune.
And Jamie's been fast. I think he had a really good car Saturday and broke drive shaft. I said Jeremy Helton, I think it's close on that, on being on that too.
Yes. And that's the thing is the top 5 is on there, but there's a lot of people knocking on the door. So
Right. Yeah.
like
There's
JT said, it could definitely change week to week.
the pure stocks I had a really hard time with. I feel like Preston hasn't ran consecutive all year, but he's got a win. So I put him in there. But Ross Smith doesn't even have a win, but he ran really good the one night he was there.
Yes.
So I thought, I don't know. That was tough because I really think that Keaton, I thought Keaton should have been on there.
JT should be on there, but I know you're biased.
No, I ain't won nothing. Ran second and third.
Well, still, it's
You know, there's some
there,
really
mate.
good cars in the pure stocks that There was another one that I really wanted to put in there. It
We
was
could
tough.
technically do the top 15 in pure stock.
Right. Yeah. It would have been easier to do 3 in each one because I feel like there's 3 really solid ones
Right.
in those 3 classes. Now the Hornets I had a hard time with. The Garrison boy ran really well when he came up, but he's only been there 1 week and he didn't win, so I didn't feel like he should be on there. Shannon's only on there if he's in his own car because he runs really good in his own car.
Right.
And when other people get in his own car, they run really good as well. Somebody else won in it.
Yeah.
One night. But I think the top 3 in points is in that one too. Preston's got to win. Michael's got to win. James has ran second a couple times. The Curtis, he's the one maybe that was in Shannon's car.
He won this past week too.
Is that who won this past week?
Yeah.
So I mean, he's got to win. So that there was that one was a little tough too. The Crown Vics was really hard when I got to looking at that because Dalton, I felt like kind of stomped him the night he came because he didn't even give it all. And when they showed him a nose, he put another half straightaway on him real quick. So but I didn't think it was fair to put Dalton on there.
He doesn't run consistently.
That's who else I thought about putting in pure stock because he's ran top 5 the last 2 weeks.
Yeah.
2 weeks in a row.
He would have won last weekend if they didn't have all them cautions.
If they didn't have cautions, and he
So what we're saying is, Dalton, just pick one car and run it, and you'll probably be good in top 5.
right. I think Dalton should probably be on there. I should have put him on there, but maybe next week we'll add him up there.
Yep.
But the
Maybe-
Crown Vic
maybe
racing's been
deeper.
good all year too. Matt Weston's he hasn't got a win yet, I don't think, but he's been
knocking on the door.
He's been close every week. Matt Kramer's got a win or two. Ryan's got a win. Todd Kane won this past
Yep.
weekend. Paul Ortman was fast all night the other night. So this was like, I guess if these guys showed up, this would be the top 5 that I'd put on my roster.
Yeah.
With the exception me, on the pure stocks, Dalton Fleener and Keaton Strevel, I feel like they deserve to be in there probably.
And this is for fun.
Yeah, this is just
we're
fun.
having fun.
There's no math equation. This is just the 5 guys I would pick.
No Pythagorean theorem in there.
No Pythagorean theorem. I think if you brought $100 to the racetrack to bet on somebody to win, you'd pick somebody on this
Yes,
list
I agree.
in
with
each of them classes.
that. I agree with that.
So
Good deal.
I am proud of my buddy Zach Stalker for making the Power 5 because that's not a biased decision.
No, that's just proven.
That's proven, and he
Thank
deserves
you.
to be on
Now,
there.
I will say
Appreciate it.
this. I will say this, and I'm not trying to be rude or nothing, but you can be taken off there at any time. So
I know.
you got. I mean,
And we're going to base the Super
Drivers
Late model
got-
results in that too.
yeah, drivers have got to stay up on par. If you want to be on that list, you got to be up to par.
You run last in the B main, you're off this weekend.
You're out. Done. Zilch.
Part of it. Part of it,
Zilch.
boys.
But I did have fun making it. It was a lot harder than I thought because there's a lot of good guys in all the classes.
Yeah, I'm
job.
proud of you,
I thought that was
JT.
good.
Good job.
Yeah, did we get a
I'm
lot
very
good, did we
proud
get
of
good
you.
positive feedback on that?
There was a few, yeah.
That's something we should do again.
Thatcher boys are tough. Caleb
Yes.
Southfield special. Maybe I'll knock the W off the list soon. Matthew Weston said heat number 1 of the VIX was phenomenal last week till I spun. It was.
You were close in the feature again this past week.
Yeah.
I mean, it's just there's some cars in that class that are just really Ryan catches bad breaks and Matt catches bad breaks.
Yeah. And I will say, I thought JT, you and Preston had one hell of a heat race the other night. Sorry, but I thought it was a good heat race.
All loser in that.
But from a fan's perspective, though, that was a good race. Like that's what you want to see early in the night.
I really thought you had it.
Man, that was as hard as the pedal would go to the floor.
Was it?
That was all it had, and it was hooking. It just wasn't quite enough. I was planning on saving that slider for 3 and 4, but it was like he lifted early, and I thought, man, I can clear him, and I probably should have just held it
Right.
in the tank because I could have bounced off 4 harder
Right.
than because of 2 I had to ease into the throttle. He did a phenomenal job crossing over. That was perfect.
It was a heck of a heat race. So yeah, we'll have fun with that top 5 power ranking. Week in and week out, we'll change some numbers around or keep them the same, 1 to 2. That's JT's baby.
It was fun. Had a good time.
Good job.
We'll update
That's
it.
why he gets paid to do what he does.
Yeah, you guys are gonna start having a little more input.
Nope.
People that need added or changed.
Nope.
No, that's your baby.
But
Pretty well got half the show, so you're good.
me and Peyton's not even worried about winning no more. We're out there trying to get our picture together. So
Hey,
Just worry about finishing. I don't care about
it's the
anything
little
else right
steps,
now.
right? It's
Yeah.
the little steps.
we did get a
For
really
sure.
cool shot last year, and I didn't have my number, so I want to get one with my number.
All right, so let's just be real here. We got to do this. We do this every show.
And then we forget about it.
Yeah.
No,
This will be
we're not
off
going to
for
forget about
3
this week.
weeks.
Huh?
It's because we're off for 3 weeks.
Well, I know, but I'll have it wrote down this time. I don't know what happened to my other paper, but
Right there away, just like you're gonna do that one.
do I get a pick first this week?
I don't know if you picked first last time.
I don't ever get picked first.
No, you did because you said you chose Rice. I don't believe it.
I'll go last. That's fine. I'll go last just because
Okay.
I know that I'm going to win.
Well, I
go
want
last.
Rice.
What?
I'll
I
go
want
last. I'm
Rice.
confident that nobody's going to pick the guy that I'm going to pick.
We know who he's going to pick.
So JT wants Jameson.
I want Rice. I'm pretty sure I
Pick
picked
Rice over Gilpin
So
and
Zach-
Brownstown.
Zach's last. Who you want?
The underdog, Zach Stalker.
Zach. Go.
Now he's got
There
to
we
go
go.
because if he doesn't, he just really screwed me on my bet.
Don't do that. Pick someone else.
Are we going to talk about the other stuff or no?
No.
You still don't want to talk about it?
I mean, you can if you want, but that's up to you.
Well, no. Yeah.
I don't know.
I don't know what you're talking
It's
about.
up to you.
I don't know what you're talking about.
I don't know what you're talking about either.
Put Gilpin slash.
You want Gilpin?
slash Stalker?
All right. So
Get 2 picks.
I think Gilpin ahead of Rice
if you're picking
I
a
think-
crate, I'll give you
Yeah.
two. So Gilpin.
because Jeff will be working on Gilpin's. He ain't going to be helping
Well,
on
he
Rice's.
about got fired.
Well, they can't fire. He's the brains of the operation.
So you got Gilpin and Stalker.
Right.
And then we'll go. You want Rice? Is that what you said? Was that your final pick?
It's either him or Hudson.
Well, you can't have both.
I'll go with Hudson.
You're going with Hudson?
Yeah.
I would bet Hudson on the quick time winner, whatever that pays, whatever you said.
It's 50 laps, ain't it?
Hang on, I'm thinking. Hang on.
Too many.
There's a lot right on
Too many
this. There's a lot
cells.
right on this decision.
Well, Mikey will be good,
Yeah, Mikey will be good.
and maybe Cameron. If Cameron comes too, Cameron will be good.
Hunt the Front's going to be good.
I don't know. Have they been there before?
Yeah.
Yeah, they've been.
Have they?
I think.
Have we stunned you?
Yeah, I just want to make sure there's a lot riding on this. I want to be right. I want to win. I don't want to finish second to none of you.
What's
and I just
riding
feel
on it?
like
Ain't
Huh?
all finishing second. You just trying to rub that in the wounds?
no, I think let's go with
He's trying not to finish it.
It's not so bad.
I'm gonna go with Rice. I'll just stick with Rice.
I'm telling you, Rice
He
will
didn't
be,
let me down. He didn't let me down at Lawrenceburg. So
I still don't think you got to choose him.
I did choose him.
I don't think you did. I want to see on the paper that you did.
I'll be more excited to see who surprises us on showing up than I am who wins.
That's the icebreaker. I gotta get a better filing system.
Oh, Hunt the Front has not been there.
I didn't think so, Darren.
For some reason, I thought he had been there before.
See, I'm very knowledgeable.
They have
on
two
this.
been there, Darren. It's that one weekend you didn't go.
Yeah.
last weekend.
Yeah.
That's why we had so much rough luck.
Oh, right there it was Matt, Josh Rice.
No, I don't. Let's see it.
What?
Let's see it.
It's kind of smeared. You can't really read it very good.
It'll be a good race weekend,
Yeah.
I think.
Logan said, I like that list. It's interesting. Obviously, there's so many fast cars right now.
Right.
That's what, yes. Like Craig said, all the classes are pretty close this year.
That's not normal. Usually there's a runaway. I mean, Blake's won 4 in ours,
Right.
but other
But
than
it's
that,
not like he's dominated the class. I mean,
no, we've all
you know.
there's been different leaders and stuff,
I think that's what makes it good.
but nobody's
So-
dominated. Nobody's won more than 2 in any other class. I don't
Yeah.
think.
No.
Maybe Isaiah. Maybe
Tyler won
Tyler only won 1.
one.
Yeah, there's been 3 crate races, 3 different winners.
Like Craig's a good point. Ever since Jason Durham's come on board with Hudson, man, it's just been night and day difference. So that really shows you the benefit to having a crew chief at that level.
He does seem like he's
Who's-
helped a lot.
Who's Darren? It's a Cubs fan.
Yeah. You know who Darren is.
I don't know who Darren is. What's going on, Zach? Marler's going to be tough too.
Yeah.
He's going to be tough.
If RTJ comes, that would be a tough one to beat. He's not.
No, he's running. Is he not running that Mississippi race?
Yeah, he's got a mod out there.
How does he?
Ricky.
Yeah, he does.
Yeah.
He's running Sanders' car, ain't he? Dwight 20 car. Rodney Sanders.
I'm sure
I
Bobby will
believe
go
so.
to LaSalle if that's it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm sure they will.
But you never know. JD could roll in there. You never
Could.
know. He's showed up at a lower event before.
Yeah.
Billy Moyer Jr. might knock the dust off.
Yeah, that's true too.
Has he raced any this year?
Yeah.
Has he?
I've seen Billy a couple times.
Oh, yeah, Billy Senior,
Yeah,
which used to be Billy Moore
he
Jr.
came ran up
Yeah.
all the Illinois races.
Yeah.
Which is he driving a Landers car? Because it's painted
think
like
so.
Landers
Yeah.
cars. I don't know how they decide where he's going, but he's probably saving his stuff for the Dream. I bet he goes to the Dream.
Yeah. I would say JD. Well, JD's got
So we'll start racing for the Dream on Thursday next week.
no Wednesday.
Wednesday.
They got
Yeah,
the
Flow
flow
Night
night in America's on
Oh, do they?
Wednesday. Yeah. And then I seen today they're splitting the field again where they're going to have half on Thursday, half on Friday, but they bumped it up to 50 laps a piece instead of 20 laps a piece.
Do they have an entry?
And it's like
number yet?
30,000 to win both nights. Huh?
Oh, really? 30,000
They
win
bumped it
Thursday
way
and
up.
Friday,
Yeah. It's
plus whatever
it
on
way up.
Saturday, 100 on Saturday.
on Saturday.
Wow.
They said between the flow night and the Dream weekend, there's like $700,000 in total purse money.
Wow.
So
They ought to get a good car count
Yeah.
for that then. That'll be good. And I won't be able to stay up for it. I'll freaking pass out.
you
Well,
will.
you'll be there. We watch
Saturday I will, but
yeah.
the weeknights I won't make it.
Probably not.
I can't stay awake. I'm old.
Yes, Elizabeth, definitely will keep Anthony's mom in our thoughts and prayers as she continues her fight.
Yes.
Prayers to all you guys.
Hey,
So that's always rough.
Did you see on that Illinois Speed Week that Jeep came back?
Yes, I did.
Wasn't that cool to see
Yeah.
Jeep again?
I like to see him at the Dream.
I'd like to see him Brownstown
Yeah.
Saturday.
He might be there.
He's from Illinois, right?
Huh?
Jeep's from Illinois, ain't he?
Michigan.
Michigan.
Yeah, he's from
Okay.
Michigan.
Well, that's not too far from him. He can come down here.
Yeah.
That'd be cool.
Yeah, he's I think he's in with Fager.
Oh, is he?
Yeah.
I think they said it was a Longhorn.
Yeah.
Yeah, he was just figure.
He struggled, but I mean, you coming off, he picked a rough week to come back and race with all the good guys.
Yeah.
But I mean, I didn't think he looked awful. It'd take a minute. I don't think Josh Richards will come out hitting home runs,
No, he won't.
but I think he'll be there next week.
I wonder when
he is.
Eric Wells is going to come back. Supposedly he's supposed to be coming back too. Caleb says Hunter Front hasn't been there. If anybody there first time, they'll be there first time. If English is there, he'd be the one to watch for.
Oh, I didn't think about Tanner being there. Yeah,
Caleb's a big English fan anyway.
I like Tanner.
Are any of you all going to Dream? I will not be at the Dream.
You know
I will
what?
be in Florida.
Maybe the reason I thought Hunt the Front had been there, I think they were coming here one time, but it rained out.
Rained out. I think you're right.
You know who else could tag to Brownstown this week? Kyle Bronson.
Yeah.
And he's been doing pretty good here lately.
Yeah.
I love his interviews.
Actually, I
Okay.
think though he said he was going home to get ready for the Dream.
Yeah, because I
He
seen on
left to
his
show me.
I seen on his Snapchat that he was
He pulled out of the show me. He didn't
He-
even race in his B man to show me.
had a brand new car out on a pallet
Yeah.
Really?
waiting to get put together.
Rocket?
No, I
Longhorn.
doubt it. Probably Longhorn.
I still one of my dreams one of these days. I'd like to do it. I think we need to do a live show from the campgrounds at Eldora.
Well, we all got to go to Eldora to.
Well, I think it'd be fun. Be a good time, wouldn't it?
Yeah.
You have to, if you go to Eldora, you got to go all weekend. You can't just go.
I used to go up there every now and then just make like a Saturday day trip of it. I don't like that. That's too much.
The
I'd rather make a
the
whole
race is
weekend out of it.
awesome, but it's about the party and atmosphere is what it's about. I'd like to go. I'd like to go back. Zach hasn't been.
Yep. I've never been.
I love it. But I'm telling you right now,
Have you been?
Mm-mm.
I'm telling you though, PDC is turning into Fairbury is turning into a party crowd.
I think some of the rowdiest crowds I ever seen was at the North South one year.
Yeah, North South's pretty good.
It started raining. I mean, people were hammering booze,
Oh,
knowing
yeah.
that we were going to get it in. I mean, they were hammering it. It was a freaking party, and then people were trying to sneak it out. They were going over to the fence and throwing it over the fence, and then walking out the gate, going over to the fence and getting their stuff. I mean, it was crazy. It was wild.
Sounds like a good time.
Dalton and Tristan both got drunk that night.
Did they?
Yeah, yeah. We all rode up there together. That was a good time.
What about Jimmy Owens? I don't know if Jimmy will probably stay down south, but you never know. You never know. He could come up.
He'll probably be at the Dream though. Surely.
Yeah, he'll be at the Dream.
Do you know how many?
So-
Have they had any list about how many cars is entered yet? Or
In the Dream?
yeah,
No, I've not heard.
Because usually they post a.
Yeah, they usually have the driver's list.
Well, they'll have to if they're going to split them in 2 days.
Yeah.
Christy, we will not be there. We got a wedding.
We'll be watching though.
Yep, we will be watching.
Anyone ever know what happened to Mike Miller back in the day? He won the first ever Jackson I attended. Matt Miller?
I remember Matt Miller, but I don't know. I don't know what happened to him.
Yeah, I think he just kind of.
I don't remember a Mike, but I remember a Matt Miller.
Yeah, kind of just got out of it. He won a dream too.
I remember there was a 1 year Terry Casey came down a lot. Remember that?
Terry Casey?
Yeah.
Yep.
I don't know what happened to him either, but he was really good.
Yeah, he just kind of got out of it, Kenny. He kind of just
and John
lost his
Blanken,
ride and that type of stuff.
John Blankenship was running Eldora.
Yeah.
There, just those 2 races.
Right.
I don't know what happened to him either.
He finished third in Jackson. I don't remember what year it was, but he had a good run to Jackson. It was the same. He won. It was the year he won the World 100, and then he finished third or something like that at the Jackson.
Every once in a while, I'll tag like a random Mars race or something too, and you'll see Chubb Frank.
Yeah.
And he used to be one of the guys.
What about T Mac? While we're on that, I'm glad to see T Mac.
Yes.
Yeah.
That is so positive.
I really thought he was going to win early on in the year in his rocket.
Yeah.
But it's still good to see him win.
I mean, one on the year anniversary of his dad passing, that was pretty special.
Yeah.
That Longhorn switch for him, I think, was the right move.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
I'm not for that for everybody, but he just has so much time in one.
Yes.
Yeah.
Logan said 52 pre-registered, I believe, 2 nights ago. Seemed way low.
Surely that'll go up.
It'll definitely go up, I would say.
Gilpin's planning on going, he said.
Is he?
That's what Jeff told me.
Really?
Yeah, he said they was going. He said you'd either be on or off, but they felt pretty confident with what's their shot guy? Their crew guy.
Gator?
Yeah. Gator was going.
It's 6,000 to start.
Really?
Why
Make
would you
a
not
lap?
take a champ? Yeah.
Wow.
6,000 to start.
Well, it'd be hard to make it.
It would.
I wonder
be,
if the old crate motor would hang up.
But we can try it. Load her up.
I'll
Yeah.
go with you.
Yeah.
Let's park that truck and trailer by all them toters. And
I'll ride up there with you
infield.
and sit in the bleachers and watch.
Yeah.
Not me.
Yeah.
I'm staying on top of the trailer.
I don't think you can get up there.
I'll bring your ladder that's got the handles on it.
Yeah, there you
I
go.
will say this, going back kind of, I will say this though, as a special, I was in the Hunt the Front video one time.
Were you?
Yep.
Were you the one passed out drunk up
Nope.
on the hill?
They
No
were
shirt
actually,
on.
it was the Million weekend, and they were doing an interview with Joseph up in turn 4 for their little GoPro stuff. And me and Roy and Dylan and Derek walked right behind them. So like I was in the video for like 10 seconds.
That's somebody,
Hey, I'm just saying, like,
that's somebody else we could see this weekend, though. That you say the Million. I think Devin Moran could wander down here possibly.
Yep.
what?
Down here, you
Saturday?
mean over
Brownstown.
here?
I doubt he comes.
He's top Ohio, right?
Is he?
Tristan's in the top Ohio.
Devin?
Yeah.
He's like mid Ohio.
That's still moving down.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Matt, I agree. It's like Billy Drake, Rick Auckland, Derek Fisher, like especially Billy Drake and Rick Auckland back in like the mid 90s, late 90s, early 2000s. They were good drivers.
I mean, when I was young, when I was like real young, I remember all our Brownstown guys going up to Eldora.
Oh, yeah.
Steve Barnett and Chad Stapleton. I mean, they'd all take off. Mike
Mhm.
Jewell, they'd all go. But now we got Gilpin. I mean, I
I
like
just
Gilpin,
think,
but
I
that's
just
our
think
only
a lot
guy.
of it, like, you know, like we talked about a little bit before the show and stuff, there's stuff floating around, but I think a lot of it's just money.
Right.
That's a lot of money to go up there and spend to, you know.
Right. And I think in the future you'll see. I think Steve Peden could end up there, or Derek Groomer.
Yep.
You know, we might get somebody like that up there. I just like to see us fielding cars in that and being competitive. And
Yeah.
You know, that year Gilpin led all them laps. That was at the World, though. I think. That just makes us look good.
Yeah. I think with the start money now being up around 6,000, it's kind of hard if you're thinking about it.
But that place is so rough on a motor. How many motor failures you see up
A
there
bunch.
every race?
But you know, it's not near as much as it used to be.
It's probably got a little better, but you're still.
I mean, not like Josh Rice motor failures. You know,
You'll still see. I bet you still see
That-
5.
that video's still floating around.
Right.
That was rough.
But you have to have so much motor to get around that place.
You do.
And early in the night, it's really no passing. It's
No.
one line. You better qualify good, and you're going to put the pedal all the way to the floor and just hold it.
Here's my thing though is So we at the Million, they put the new clay on, new dirt or whatever, and then they tore it all back off because it, obviously didn't pack in right. But they've not done anything with it since then.
I don't
At
know.
what point, if you're running 4-night shows up there at Eldora, at what point does the track get burned?
The only time Eldora is just like Florence. If they don't get rolling around the top against the wall, then it's not a good race.
Right.
And even then, if one of them gets out, like if Bobby gets out, you ain't gonna catch him. But
And I think aero plays so much part
you
in
can
it now.
see it when they catch up to somebody, and that used to not be like that.
No.
But Mac Daddy's the only one you can see rolling the bottom anymore.
And rolling the ball.
I mean, I don't know what he's done to figure that out. And John Davenport's line's not. It's weird too. He goes in the center and kind of. That's a Zach Stalker line.
Yeah.
What are you laughing at now?
Peden's trying to get money out of me.
Peden ought to go up there and run in that.
He said if flag to flag will come up with the $5,000 for tire and fuel bill, we'll go to Eldora. Count me in, Peden. Load her up, bud.
You have to put out of your pocket.
That's be a bad check.
My
but
pockets are
try it and
empty.
see. We'll try and see what happens.
That'll bounce on mine.
Yeah. We'll all give you bad checks. JT has the same arrow problem per Brandon Norman.
I have all kinds of problems. I don't know if you can just
Don't know
narrow
if it's
it down to
arrow or
one
not.
thing.
Yeah.
I seen some sad news from him this week. I seen he's getting.
I
out
did
of
see that. Don't do it.
I mean,
No, you do what's best for you, Brandon. That's the main thing.
he has been the best parts guy up
Yeah.
there, though. I mean,
Yeah.
and he almost has everything you need.
Yeah.
Yep.
It's very rare that he doesn't have what you're looking for.
But I do have a
Yeah.
question though. I thought about texting him the other day and asking him this. Since he is no longer going to be the parts guy at Brownstown Speedway, what does that mean for my tab? I think the tab should just disappear.
I'd say you have to pay it in full.
No, I think it's just if he's done, then the tab's done.
That's probably why he's giving it up. Right.
because I never paid him.
Broke.
Oh, whatever.
We got one more week. We better run it up this weekend.
Yeah.
Okay, we're still for sale, so dang, I still have to pay it. He does. You're right, man. He always starts in the back, and then he just bottom feeds on the bottom, and then the next thing you know, with like 25, 30 to go, they're like, "There comes Dale McDowell on the bottom."
Was that the World last year that he almost won?
Yeah, it was the world.
Yeah,
Yeah.
the world.
Bobby won it, I think.
Yeah,
Which I like Bobby, but I was not pulling for him the past day.
No.
Oh, I wanted Dale to win bad.
You don't even see Dale run. He don't even run that much regular stuff anymore.
just
Really?
he's been running a lot with the Hunt the Front at Southern All Stars.
Oh, has he?
Do you see Casey Burdett won
I seen that.
in the Bloomquist car that Bloomquist got disqualified in at Eldora
at the
for the
Dream.
Lexan?
Where do you win into that?
Down
Steel
south.
block class.
Yeah.
Same exact car.
That's cool.
I thought it was pretty neat.
All right, you guys got anything else for tonight?
Well, that's a pretty good show. I
That
think.
was a pretty good show. Thank you everybody for tuning in. Like I said, we'll be off for 2 weeks. I'll be in Florida. Peyton's getting married.
Right.
And I guess
I'm
supposedly
taking care of my kid.
JT's going to be watching the Dream at your reception, I'm assuming. But then,
like we did at mine.
yeah, but you're getting old, so I don't even know if you'll even make it. So,
Oh, buddy, I'll be dancing all night.
will you?
I have some really good moves,
I'll be doing the
I've
idiot
seen it.
shuffle.
Obviously, yeah, the idiot shuffle.
but I can dance. I mean, I've proved it time and time again.
Yeah, whatever. All right. Thanks, everybody, for tuning in, and we will see you in 2 weeks until the next flag flies.